Call to order. It is 4:31. Open Public Meeting Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. According to Open Public Meeting Act, this meeting of August 27, 2025, was published in the Bergen Record and Herald News on January 8, 2025, and was sent to our town. The executive session meeting notice was published in the Bergen Record and Herald News on July 29, 2025. In addition, copies of said notice are and have been available to the public and are on file in the township, in the office of the township clerk. May I have a roll call, please?
Committeewoman Ampici? Here. Committeewoman Artola? Here. Deputy Mayor Miller?
Here.
And Mayor Committeeman Truinsky will be in a little later. Mayor Judge Covello?
Here.
Okay.
All right, may I have a motion? There's an executive session. It is with personnel and legal. May I have a motion to move resolution 25-2022?
Motion.
May I have a second? Second. Roll call?
Committeewoman Ampici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
And Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. All right, we'll be going in. We'll be out shortly, probably approximately 5 p.m. Thank you. May I have a motion to close executive session and reopen to the work public?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Ampici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay.
These are working.
I apologize, we're a little late from coming out of closed session. We just had a lot to discuss. And moving forward, we're going to do some proclamations here. We have 3 of them: the Hispanic Heritage Month, Firefighters and Appreciation Month, and the affirmation of September 11th as Patriots Day. So the first one I have here is Hispanic Heritage Month, and I believe someone has a flag for that. Ms. Fernandez? She's here? Okay. I don't know the process. This is Hispanic Heritage Month. September 15th, October 15th, 2025. Whereas during the period September 15th to October 15th each year, the United States celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month to recognize profound contributions, rich cultural traditions, and enduring legacies of Hispanic and Latino Americans through the country and county. Whereas Hispanic and Latino Americans have played a significant role in shaping the history, culture, and prosperity of the United States with a vibrant heritage that enriches every community across the nation. And whereas the Hispanic and Latino communities in Rochelle Park have demonstrated a unwavering commitment to building a stronger and more inclusive society, contributing to the social, culture, economic fabric of our township. And whereas the Township of Rochelle Park recognizes the diversity, the strength that comes from the contributions of Hispanic and Latino individuals who are a special part of our community and nation, whereas it is fitting and appropriate that we honor the generations of Hispanic Americans who have enriched our nation and our township and continue to shape the future with their spirit of resilience, creativity, and leadership. Now, therefore, be resolved that I, Mayor Teresa Judge Covello, and the Township Committee of the Township of Rochelle Park do hereby proclaim the month of September 15th to October 15th as Hispanic Heritage Month in the Township of Rochelle Park. And I call upon all residents to celebrate the history, culture, and celebrations of the Hispanic and Latino community, and encourage all to participate in activities that promote understanding and respect and unity within the First Community. Dated 27th day of August 2025. I know you have a flag that you'd like to hang on. Sure. This is what And you're donating this?
Yes.
The township. That's very nice. Thank you so much for doing this. So much. Thank you. And we'll put it over here for now. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the next one is the firefighters. Rusty, right?
Firefighters.
These will all be one, that is one of the 15th. It's a two for that. So, this one is Firefighter Appreciation Month. The firefighters here. Can we let come up here? You got it.
Sure, gentlemen.
Okay.
One is second. Okay. This is Firefighter Appreciation Month, September 2029. Whereas the Township of Rosa Park is proud to honor and recognize the courageous service of our local firefighters who selfishly dedicate their time and energy, experience to protect our residents' homes and community. Whereas Firefighter Appreciation Month provides an important opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude for the heroic men and women of the Rosa Park Fire Department who answer the call of duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, often at great personal risk. Whereas our firefighters not only respond to fires and emergencies, but also play a vital role in our public safety through fire prevention, here I see Sean's down there, rescue operations, community education, and emergency preparation. And whereas the township acknowledges the sacrifices made not only by our firefighters, but also by their families, who support them as they serve with honor and dedication. And whereas we recognize the importance of fostering a strong relationship between the community and the fire department and reaffirm our community to supporting the resources training necessary to help our firefighters be safe and be prepared. Now therefore be resolved, I, Mayor Teresa Judge Ravello, and the Township Committee of Roseland Park to hereby proclaim the month of September 2025 as Firefighter Appreciation Month in the Township of Roseland Park, and encourage all residents to take this opportunity to express their gratitude and appreciation to the brave individuals who serve in the Roseland Park Volunteer Fire Department, who encourages and committed protecting of the lives and property of our community each and every day. In witness, therefore, I hereby set my hand upon the official seal of this Township of Roseland Park to this 27th day of August 2025. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for everything you do, and we are so appreciative. And here is the proclamation.
Thank you very much.
And this flag will be flown as of September 1st to the October 1st. And again, thank you so much for doing what you do. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you, John. All right, thanks, thank you. And all right.
Okay, hold on, sure.
One quick
Take
picture.
a picture.
I got it. You got it? Okay.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Never mind.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
All right, John. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. No, it's because I want to work me out. Yeah, that's crazy. Shake your head up.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to come.
Mr. Gardner? Would you come up? Thank you. You didn't put it. Okay. So this is the 111 flag that we filmed. Isn't it right? And I'm doing this for my husband, who was a firefighter, sacrificed his life. Even though a few years later, he was there in London, and it comes up. So, let me just read this as much as I can. Mr. Miller, you can do it. Yeah. So this commemoration of September 11th, as Patriots Day, September 2025. Whereas on September 11, 2021, our nation was struck by a devastating terrorist attack that took the lives of nearly 3,000 innocent civilians, leaving families, communities, and our entire nation in mourning. Whereas this tragic event shook our sense of security, but also brought forth a cry of unity, resilience, and patriotism. As Americans come together in the face of adversity, demonstrating courage, compassion, underlying commitment to the values that make our country great. Whereas on this day, the people of the United States, particularly the citizens of Russell Park, honor the memory of those who perished in the attack, including the firefighters, police officers, and paramedics and other first responders who risked and gave their lives in the course of duty. Whereas we also contribute to the act of heroism, selflessness, and love that emerged from that day, whether in the form of ordinary citizens helping one another, or those serving on the front lines of recovery and efforts. And we do have a few people in Russell Park that are on the pile afterwards, and I believe our police chief was on the pile afterwards also. I know there's firefighters that are on it afterwards. Whereas it is fitting and proper to observe Patriots Day with solemn remembrance, thorough reflection and prayer, and by flying the American flag at half staff, by gathering in remembrance of this event and lost lives on that day, now and after that day, for many years after that day, and still continuing. Now, therefore, be resolved that I, Mayor Teresa Judge Cavella, the Township Committee of the Township of Rochelle Park, do hereby proclaim September 11th of each year as Patriots Day in the Township of Rochelle Park. Let us stand united in honor and remembrance of those we lost, the families who continue to grieve, and the nation's prevalence in the face of terror. I witness, therefore, and I set my hand in the official seal of the Township of Rochelle Park to affix this 27th day of August 2025. Thank you very much, and this will be flown starting September 1st. And again, we appreciate all our police and fire, and rescue, and everyone that remember this day, because I know that some people, as time goes on, it's 23 years now, I believe, maybe 24 years now? Okay, that's a long time. But unfortunately, lives are still being affected by it, and families are. And I personally say I was. So, let's keep this to understand that that day everybody came together. And after that, a lot of people came together. And we worked as a community and remembrance. And our firefighters, they were out there. And we're on the file, our police department. Our ambulance corps, I believe, was on there too. I'm trying to remember back then, right? So, Walter, you were there also? I believe so. So, there's no way of saying thank you to everybody that helps every single day when it comes to helping others. And that day, we all came together. So let's remember that going forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
After that. All right, you got that? Great. Okay, let's move forward. Gentlemen, do you have to go up to the concert now, or no? All right. Charlie, do you have to go up to the concert now? You have a few minutes? Okay. All righty, so we did that. Now we have some discussion here. Mr. Rigatano, please come up.
So Mr. Rigatano is going to discuss the, as the CFO, the annual audit and corrective action plan. So if we all have that, we can get that out.
Good evening. So the audit this year was perfect in two departments, payroll and taxes. With that said, out of the 5 comments, 3 of those comments, the first 3, were all explained explicitly in the meetings prior in executive session. So in the public session, I can tell you that those 3 items have been corrected. In specific, the dog licensing, the deposits in 48 hours, and contracts that were awarded in excess of bid threshold are now being put into the minutes with now a very, very good clerk that you have in place. Internal controls are being updated by the administrator myself when it comes to collecting various revenues from the departments. And we've already corrected the 5th and final comment, which was the second signature with the court. That has now been corrected. That's your audit. It is almost perfect. Thank you.
Any questions? No? Mr. Rigatano?
Yes.
The first part of it, the audit finding, and I'm permitted, because this is public information, to read.
This is yes.
Okay. And it says the amount collected and deposited for dog license was not in agreement with monthly dog license reports.
Correct.
So I understand, in the state, dog license fees were not remitted to the state.
Right.
And this was for a few years, from what I'm understanding.
2 years.
A few years. 2 years.
2.
Okay, and this is now reconciled from
It
what I'm
was
understanding.
reconciled this year in March.
I'm sorry?
It was
March?
fixed this year in
Okay.
March.
So moving forward, we're going to make sure this doesn't happen. I know there was quite a bit of different things that were missing.
It won't happen again.
Okay. I think, Gina, you do this going forward, right, with the dog license remitted to the state?
Myself and Michaela, yes.
And Michaela. Where's Michaela? Michaela's on it.
She was
Okay.
watching that.
Okay. So, this is what I think is a pretty good finding of the audit, and I know that a lot of purchase orders were going through. It took a few weeks to do this, that I remember
Yes.
seeing. And of course, we want to thank them for doing that, and we can move forward with making sure that none of this ever happens again. And that's the main thing,
Yes.
because this is revenue that is for the taxpayers. And anybody want to say anything else to us?
Yes, I will. Thank you. Roy, I appreciate that. I did notice when I looked back at the 2022 audit that this also did come up. There was issues with collecting the dog license fees.
Right. It wasn't the same
Degree.
comment. It was with the dog license, but not to that degree. You are correct.
Okay. And then I did notice that also in 2023 that the audit said that it was not resolved.
Right. That part was not.
And then this happened in '24. So, I'm just asking the leadership of our finance department to really hone in and make sure that we do not get into any messes that impact the taxpayers.
Like I said, it won't happen again.
If I may, Mayor?
Yes.
And to help put Tommy's mind at ease, Tom, you have to remember, between 21 and 23, there was a changeover of 2 clerks, and then we had acting clerk. So it was one pile handed off to another person who put it in a pile. That has since March, April, as Roy mentioned that, and we have Gina and Michaela on it. It has done a complete 180. I don't think you're going to see this in the 25 audit.
I hope not.
I hope
No,
not.
you won't. You won't.
Okay.
Otherwise, I won't be here.
Okay, because,
It's going to be clean.
well, was the 23 cleaned up?
23 was clean.
Okay. I'm sorry,
in
what did you
fact-
first say?
So it was, the comments from
22?
2022 were also said in 2023 that it was not resolved, and it was related to dog license.
It was, but it was not the same revenue issue that came up in the comment.
Right. Well, I also noticed that when you do look at the 2023 budget, that those license fees had a $7,000 drop from 22 to 23. So I think for us to just say this was a surprise in 24 isn't realistic, but I'm glad that we're fixing it. We have Gina, we have Michaela, who've been doing an excellent job, and we're really lucky to have them.
Yes, we are. So, I'm sorry.
And just one last comment.
Yeah.
You will see when you get to your resolutions on dedication by riders, they were done in November by me, but they were never passed along to the state. We're redoing it tonight. So I feel the pain.
So they were done by you in November of 2024,
Right, and you all passed them
and it was never presented to the
to the
state.
state because I'm not an RMC. We have internal controls. I can't personally send them to the state of New
And who was
Jersey.
supposed to send them to the state?
Your clerk.
Thank you. Okay, what else do we have? Anything else? Anybody else? No? Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move forward. All right, I have Sean. Where is Sean? Okay, he's over there. Fire code enforcement official. And this is fire prevention fees. Good evening, Sean.
Good evening. Back in the hot seat.
Oh, it's not that bad.
So I know my presence was requested to go over the resolution for the increase of,
Just, yeah, bring it closer.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I know my presence was requested to go over the increase in fire prevention fees again, and also to go over my Division of Fire Safety audit. Basically, I had an audit from the division when I took over as fire official. I wanted my clean slate to start from. I had some questions of practice that I wanted my slate to be started clean and start fresh. So the division came in, I did a comprehensive audit of the department. Noted, I have copies for all of you, by the way. A pretty healthy punch list of items to take care of, but in less than a month, myself and team have addressed all of the issues in their entirety, whether it's citing to the business owners, or talking to Dave and getting the township buildings compliant. Oh, yeah. Sure. And one of the punch list items the state had noted was staffing was limited and didn't really meet the expectations of getting all the inspections done in the year, which I can't really comment in years past whether it's all been 100% accurate or not, but to my knowledge, it has been.
To your knowledge, it happened?
It has been accurate.
Has been?
Has been. Again, I wasn't in charge then, so I really can't go and look back too much. But yeah, in the monitoring visit attached, you'll find all of my responses in red underneath all of the state items. And in all of the site visits the woman conducted are listed as well with all the code citations she provided. Everything in red has been cited by my office, and everything green has been abated as of the 20th of August. And then there were also some ordinance changes that needed to be made, mostly small language changes, which Mr. Scatino has drafted for us. And there should be attached as well as the ordinance that he drafted. But one of the punch list items the state has recommended is punch list item number 1, that our personnel resources are limited and exceed the technical responsibilities of the LEA, which is the Fire Prevention Bureau. And they severely recommend the hiring of an additional inspector, which in turn relates to our increase of fees. In order to do that and be as self-sufficient as I possibly can as a department, unfortunately have to increase fees another $15, which I did the math. Increasing at $15 makes it $30 as a whole over the course of a decade, which is consistent with the cost of inflation. To calculate it for inflation would be $95.40, so an extra $4.60 I don't believe is very unreasonable. And that what was it, $3 a year increase if you account for the last decade. It's unfortunately, I think, time to increase it again. I know we just went over this about 6 months ago, and I wish I had known that this was going to come up then, and I would have just said, let's go for 30 from the get-go. But
Sean, what fees are you talking about?
We are talking about registration fees. So if you're considered a non-life hazard to the state, if you're a life hazard, so El Asadero is a life hazard use because of their occupancy. Fueling stations, mechanics garages, because of what they do, are a life hazard use. Non-life hazards are your mom and pop bagel stores, pizza parlors, hair salons, stuff like that. They pay a registration fee to us, which is our cost of doing business with them in the calendar year.
And I've heard this, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I'm understanding that the fire prevention, I think you even said it last time you were here, would like to be self-sufficient.
As humanly possible.
I'm sorry?
How self-sufficient as humanly possible.
As humanly possible.
Yeah, we try not to be a burden to the taxpayer at all. We try to be able to, what we're sending out, we should be able to account for an intake.
And when you're asking for, what I see this audit, which I understand came from the state, correct? And the person from the state, what position is she?
She's a fire code assistance representative.
Say again?
A fire code assistance representative. So her job is to audit municipalities and go to the fire prevention bureaus and ensure they're adequately enforcing the code and their ordinances are in check and they have adequate staffing.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, very good for you to at least get yourself a clean slate and make sure that, you have this audit done. And looking at this audit, tell me why it needs in the plan to hire an additional fire inspector. And this came from the state.
This came from the state of New Jersey, yes. When she did our audit, I'm not going to read it verbatim. Basically, in the state's eyes, we're behind schedule with catching up on inspections. Yeah. I'm sorry?
How far behind? Approximately.
On the life hazard side, which is all of the state mandatory inspections, we're in very good shape. The non-life hazard uses, we've been struggling to keep up with for the last few years. There's been places we haven't been to. I assigned probably 60 or 70 inspections to Shelby earlier in the year that were from 2021, was the last time we were in there.
From 2021?
Yeah.
From 2021?
Correct.
Okay.
So now we're up to date with, we're in better shape than the audit makes it sound. We are in very good shape.
So where are you up to now?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. I'd have to look.
Okay.
I would say we're probably, if I had the ballpark, 65, 70% of every business in town.
So it all being done?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that you have Shelby and the other?
Aiden.
Yes. And they're pretty part-time. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, we're all very part-time.
And
They're a couple days. Shelby's 2 days a week. Aiden is 1 to 2 days, depending on his other work schedules a week. I'm in 3 nights a week.
Okay.
And I'm usually locked in my office for those 3 nights.
I'm sorry?
I'm usually locked in my office for those 3 nights doing paperwork like this.
I know that you have to do the administrative
Yeah.
work, though, right? You have to send all this stuff to the
Oh,
state. And, I mean, it's not, from what I see and read here, I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's that bad. That's my opinion.
No, it's not. It looks worse than it is. It's really not that bad. A lot of, like, bullet point number 3, were a lot of our form-related issues, which have all been corrected. Those were just adding dates, date fields in certain forms or adding my signature to them.
Right.
Most of them are very, very simple fixes.
Right, and the red is actually good for us because you've done those.
Yes, everything in red is my comments to the audit.
And everything in green.
And everything in green is, in that section, everything in red has been properly addressed with the business owner. Everything in green has been addressed and is completely taken care of to the day.
Anybody else have questions? You want to take a second look at it, or we're good? I can't see that. Matt, any questions?
No.
Okay, so, I mean, it names different places here, too, that have to be updated, right? So we have amended to the ordinance that we have listed here, and we want to increase the fees, and those fees are basically to bring up the standards of other township or municipalities.
Yeah, I pulled some ballpark comp. I tried Lodi, but Lodi is a different animal from us. Maywood, we're very similar. Vinland Park, we're very similar. Elmwood Park, we're very similar. We're all within a few, we'll say $20 to $30 of each other.
But we're still on the low end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Basically, I have 286 accounts I bill out annually. Those are all of our non-life hazards in town. With the $15 we increased about 6 months ago, I would bring in an extra $4,290 to my department with the additional $15 increase would double that to $85.50. That'll pretty much allow me to pay a part-time inspector about 8 hours a week.
Okay, and when do you plan on looking for a part-time inspector?
As soon as I get approval.
Good. Okay, anybody else? All right, thank you, Sean.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Appreciate it. All right, so,
Mrs.
yes,
Mayor,
yes.
Mr. Scatino, do we need a motion or to allow Sean to proceed with the hiring of a part-time employee?
Yeah.
Yes, and then we have to approve whoever that person.
Right, of course.
Yes.
So we can make a motion if the council so decides even this evening for him to maybe advertise, am I understand?
That's what I'm looking for, Mayor.
So you're looking to do that? So would anyone like to make okay, Jen would like to make the motion for Sean to start to advertise for that. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And Gail will do a second. May I have a roll call?
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor George Carvello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
So Sean, maybe if you, let us know how it goes by the September 10th meeting, and then moving forward, we also have to talk about, the increase in fees here, which I think Ms. Sean has pretty much given us a really good explanation of it, and if it helps sustain and offset that, that would help also tremendously. That's my opinion. And I appreciate it. Again, thank you, Sean.
Sean, we still have some good candidates from last time, right?
Yeah, we have 2 months. We would have to be close, of course.
Yeah, of course.
We have a couple bylaws.
Okay, so do we have any correspondence?
Correspondence,
I don't have here, I have the correspondence and then the administrative, you want to do it down here? Okay. All right, may I have adoption of the minutes of the work public session from July 23, 2025, and executive, July 23, 2025. May I have a motion to adopt these notes? May I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, great. Roll call?
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor George Carvello?
Yes. All right, may I have approval of the agenda? I just want to question one thing on this agenda before we go forward, because we have it on the consent agenda here. And we're still going to, yes, Councilor, still going to go forward here on this?
Yeah, let's continue until
Okay,
we
so we,
won't take any further action with respect to it.
all right, my question was, let me find the number here. Where am I?
33.
I have it, thank you. 25-233, authorization of delinquent municipal charge to be added as a lien on property known as the Laris Health Nursing Home. So we're going to still continue with that until everything is settled, correct?
Yes.
All right, very good. So may I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion?
May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor George Carvello?
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. All right, administrative report, please.
I'll keep it quick, Mayor. I know, hope everybody's had a great summer up until this point as we wrap it up. Howard Avenue's been completed end to end as far as paving, striping. As of September 17th, bids will be accepted for the trees on the Patton Court to James Street. The smaller section from Harvey to Patton was already built into the road project. I spoke with, there's 2 different engineering firms working on those 2 separate projects. Spoke with Neglia today, and they are going to coordinate their vendor when we know who the vendor is planting on the Howard Avenue side. So Dave, I spoke to Dave Gismeski today. So that way the trees don't go in before other trees, so they kind of go in the same time. For Dan Street project, we just saw some plans today. Again, Michael, Mr. Warren, I sent you an email, as well as Liz Stewart. Again, the trees are the priority, or one of the priorities of that project. So we're moving forward on that. Other than that, it's good progress. And I know we're going to have a busy September, Mayor.
Yes, now we're moving forward also with the roof coming up, correct?
So yes, they actually dropped off their application for permits today. James DeMarie is aware, they're on the desk in the building department. I know the supplies some of the supplies were delivered. Yeah, we're finally moving forward on that project as well. Also, the rapid beacon flashing system on Howard Avenue. Unfortunately, the hardware is on back order, but we're going to probably proceed with at least getting the concrete paddings in that for the posts to go up, so when they do come in, they can go right up, and there's no further delay. I'm still working with Colliers on those for Chestnut Street, trying to get that done.
And we're still moving forward with the pump station.
Pump station's still moving forward. You have a resolution on tonight that names me, I believe, as the, basically the contact for the iBank, where Boswell dusted off that application that was put on hold when the brick grant was gotten. Once the brick grant was taken away, we dusted that off, and we're resubmitting for iBank. And again, despite getting that $1 million legislative or budgetary appropriation, state appropriation,
Yeah.
iBank may still be a better option, so we're going to continue pursuing
Well,
that.
it would be a better option. It would be part of it.
It'll be
because
part of
the
it.
state is already giving us that.
Correct, that money's there, but it'll offset any of the further bonded costs that we did. Boswell has been out there, their environmental contractors have been working on the site probably for the last week now.
Yeah, I've seen them. All right, thank you.
Mayor, I just want to ask about the splash pad.
Sure, absolutely.
Dean, can you give an update on that?
Yeah, so I can tell you, and Dave knows this because he's copied, it's a daily email from myself to Boswell Engineering, to the manufacturer, to the supplier, to the actual contractor who put those in. Think we figured it out, that it's an issue with the hose that came from the manufacturer. That's the hose replacements coming in, and we hope to have that remedied. And I want it remedied before September 21st, because to me it's a summer item. But yeah, so we continue to work on that.
Was it installed backwards? I keep hearing that from.
That's actually in a couple of my emails. I said as up to the layman, and comparing it to photographs from Van Saun Park, it appears to have been installed improperly. Improperly, wrongly.
I'm sorry, can you please come on up here, Dave, please? Thank you.
The vendor is stating that it is correct. That's the
Okay.
design, the way it's set up, it is correct. I don't have anything to base it on. I'm not at water parks playing with little kids. I don't have anything anymore. But, yeah, so just so you know, they're saying it is.
Okay.
The vendor.
Right.
So
Are they saying there's a hose issue with it?
there is a hose issue.
Okay.
The hose that is in place runs through the center of the stem of the leaf, I guess, that sprinkles the water. It was overpressurized, which was causing the hose to expand. So as the hose expanded inside of there, because the pressures weren't set correctly inside the building, so it's supposed to have its own water level. I think it's 10 PSI.
Okay.
It was running at 43.
Oh,
So and it's just a thinner type of hose, and the hose will expand after it's inside the stem. So once it's connected, they put it together, turn the water on, it gets put into place, it would stretch, and then it would kink as it was decreasing. So it would lose the pressure to the rest of the stem, hence having to stand there and hold the button pushed in for 5 minutes, and then we would get water out of it with a decent spray. It clearly there was a problem. Once we figured out that something wasn't right, we had to, at first break, we cut the hose, reconnected it, and we said, oh, let's just see if it's leaking. Turn the water on, and they sort of, wow, the hose got longer, and it was really kind of short, and I'm like, something's not right. And then that stemmed, and then we kind of moved forward with that. We're waiting on a new hose to come in. When it was sent initially, there was no schematics, no plans we didn't have to do any assembly. It was basically the foundation of what this thing sits on, and the water connection, which is through the center of this concrete pad. When that was put in place, that's where the problem seems to be lying. As you know, when I was speaking with the vendor and then talking about how the picture could have been backwards, and they said if they change it around, because that was the first thing I said, this is backwards. Looking at it, common sense. Why is the button in the backside? It should be over here where you're standing underneath it to get wet. You gotta hit the button, you gotta go over here. It didn't make sense to me. But when they explained it to me, the stem comes up, and I'm like, hey, can't we just turn that around? He's like, yeah, but you're gonna change the weight ratio of the whole entire structure and have that, foundation, the footing that was in the ground is gonna then lean, because the weight is gonna be leaning all towards one side. Eventually, if the ground softens up,
It would
you
tip
have
up, yeah.
the structure could almost, go over, you have to keep eyes on it, but that's why it's bent the way it is and then comes out. It almost is like you have to stand right on top of the pole to where it's spraying, unless it's windy, because then the water kind of,
Yeah.
it's fine and
Yeah,
it goes with it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. But that's what they're looking at to
Yep.
fix that
Yep.
part of it?
Well, we're waiting for the parts to come in, and then the plumber's gonna come back, so we're just waiting. So fortunately, we're hoping to have it for summer and camp, and obviously that's not the case.
And when does it get shut off?
Whenever someone tells me to shut it off.
No, I'm just curious, because we don't want any pipes freezing or any
No, no, no.
hose thing
We
freezing.
got a ways to go, but I don't think we wanna have it on when it's 6:50, 60 degrees outside.
Yeah.
There's no sense.
So it's probably leakable, right?
Probably, yeah, I would probably shut it down sometime in October, then it can be winterized properly, and then,
Yeah.
that's the key, you gotta get all the water out of it, or we're gonna be digging up pipe all the
Right,
time.
right, right. All right, thank you.
I have a question while you're here. Did you install it?
I did not install it.
Who installed it?
The vendor Valentino had a subcontractor and a plumber come in to do the install.
Are they doing the repairs for their installation?
Yes.
Okay,
They have not been fully paid yet.
okay.
And they won't be, from what I'm understanding.
Correct. They will not be fully paid until such time as everything is signed off on by Boswell. Did they give you also, you said they didn't give you any drawing, or they didn't provide any drawing to the town?
The
What did you-
manufacturer did not.
When we got the delivery of,
If they could have, it just was delivered.
sprayers, the misters, there was no paperwork in there.
Hmm.
And they came all put together, like completely put together in crates the size of the table, bigger than the table actually.
And in the installation, did they provide any instruction for you guys with the blowout points on it, or provide any blowout points for it? Because that's going to be the next thing that you're going to, just what you mentioned, that's the next thing you're going to run into unless that's provided for whoever installs. You should have a point where you can drain and blow it
I have
out.
to be on site as soon when the plumber gets there. It me, myself, or one of my guys that does a lot of someone like that to do. So I will make sure he's there, definitely, so.
Okay.
Great. Anybody else?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
Dave.
appreciate it.
it. Anything else, Commissioner?
That's it, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to jump around a little bit here. Can I have the clerk's report, please?
Mayor, I just have one thing to report. On August 19th, 2025, myself and other department heads, along with our insurance risk managers, met for our third quarterly safety meeting where we discussed our lost time accident frequency, different training announcements, bulletins. One thing we had to do was update our personnel policy manual, which we did a couple months ago, so that's been done. All the departments, especially the DPW under Dave Brown's supervision, they've been great with the job site observation reports and safety checklists. The PD and FD are all up to date, and Rochelle Park is very safe, and we hope to keep it that way.
Very good. Thank you. Counsel?
Just an update on the Topher litigation regarding their appeal of the planning board decision denying their application to place a daycare center at the 120 West Passaic Street site. A oral argument was heard from before Judge Padavano. We will now issue a decision as to whether to send it back to the planning board or send it to the governing body to determine whether the redevelopment plan should be amended to allow for a daycare center. I don't believe the ultimate issue of whether the redevelopment statute and plan supersedes the land use statute that allows for daycare centers in all zone, that he will be making a decision on that issue at this time. And the decision could be made any day, including tomorrow to maybe weeks from now. So we await his decision, and then we'll determine what action we need to take at that point.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let's do committee reports here. Mr. Miller, would you like to start?
Sure. Good evening. The Rochelle Park Fire Department responded to 26 calls for the month of July. In July, Rochelle Park Fire Department was dispatched to Maywood for a reported house fire. Upon arrival, Maywood's chief confirmed it was a working fire. Engine 2 assisted with fire attack on the second and third floor, while Truck 1 conducted primary searches and roof ventilation. 3 Rochelle Park Fire Department firefighters were evacuated for injuries, and 1 was transported to Hackensack University Medical Center for further care. We're grateful to report that all members are safe, and we extend our thanks to them and to their families for their dedication and service. Access for All is looking for volunteers. You can find them at the summer concert tonight, where they're providing a safe sensory space for any individual who needs it. On tonight's agenda, the Environmental Commission is also being designated as the Rochelle Park Green Team. The Rochelle Park Green Team will lead sustainability efforts, plan programs, and promote local environmental awareness. Establishing a green team will also help Rochelle Park earn additional points towards many beautification grants through Sustainable Jersey. From now until the end of the year, 10 residents who submitted tree requests will have trees planted in front of their homes. In October, 20 trees will be planted along El Dorado and Crescent, and by year's end, a total of 200 trees will be planted throughout Rochelle Park. If you'd like to reach out to the Shade Tree Commission, you can email Mr. Warren at mwarren@rochelleparknj.gov to make suggestions for next year's plantings. The library continues to host countless weekly programs as we head into the new school year. Be sure to check out their events calendar on the library's website or Facebook page. And as we celebrate Labor Day on Monday, I just want to acknowledge and thank the labor movement for its role in shaping the rights and protections workers enjoy today and every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mellon. Ms. PJ?
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to share the latest updates from our Recreation Department and all the fun events happening in the community this season. Here's what they have coming up. Razorbacks football, registrations closed. Practices will begin September 7th, with games running from late September through the first week of November. Travel Baseball 12U season also begins September 7th at Matthews Field and runs the first week of November. Adult softball, their championship game between Wrigley's Busy Bee and Maestro Pista will take place September 7th at 4:30 p.m. at Matthews Field. They're encouraging the community to come out and support our adult softball players. It's been an exciting and successful season. And due to popular demand, adult softball will be back in the spring of 2026. Bocce ball, community games will be held Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. starting mid-September. All are welcome to come out and participate. Basketball registrations are open the first week of October. Sip and Paint is scheduled for September 12th at 8 p.m. at American Legion. A sign-up link will be posted shortly on the Township website and social media. Rochelle Park will be hosting their first annual Fall Festival. It'll be held September 20th, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Municipal Building. Events will include vendors, food trucks, Dolly the Clown, face painting, and music. The rain date is September 21st. They're still looking for vendor applications, and if anybody, small businesses are interested, to please contact the deputy clerk for the necessary paperwork. Recreation's also put a questionnaire out on social media. Take a few minutes to share what events you'd like to see. Recreation would like to hear from you, so please let your voices be heard. For the veterans, the American Legion Post 170 is hosting its family picnic on September 27th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's all.
Thank you. I think they're also doing the 9/11 ceremony, from what I'm understanding, at the monument.
Yes.
9/11. Okay, maybe the next meeting, the 10th, right? Right before, I think it's at 7 p.m.
7
still at the monument. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Sotelo?
Sure.
The court report for the month of July is as follows. Traffic, 496, criminal, 21, total of $17,724.65. This number is up by $7,000 compared to July of last year. Thank you to our court colleagues and our police for the hard work this month. And I attended our National Night Out earlier this month. I want to thank the entire police department who made the night such a success. Special thanks to Sergeant Frankie LeBoy for directing and planning and executing the event. Also special thanks to the less senior officers who took the lead on organizing: Officer Todd Starling, Officer Anthony Ferrulli, and Officer Whitney Bledsoe. Great work, Chief. It was a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chouincy?
Hi, everybody. I'll keep it short and sweet. I know you want to get over to the concert.
Right now.
A shout out from the school. I was at the school board meeting last night, and they were very appreciative. The school board was very appreciative, recognized Mr. Dave Brown and DPW for noticing when they need help, and whenever they need help, if you're in the area and you stop in or you see them and collaborate together in any way, shape, or form, or offer any back and forth help. Seems to be a very strong bond and a unity between us and the school. And it was made known last night in the meeting. From the school board's perspective, they did put in a new bocce ball court, and it's going to be unveiled very soon. So there's going to be a lot of bocce ball play in Rochelle Park very soon.
Yeah.
Any case, I also wanted to thank Dave for looking into vendors for Matthews Field, for the field house to rectify the sealed windows that are over there and the soffit that's got to be sealed up for the animals getting in. There's something that needs to be done ASAP, and I know they're working on, Dave and the administration's working on getting that rectified soon as a shout out from me. So thank you very much for moving on that. And any way I can help again, I'm here. Thank you all. I'll see you at the concert.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to make mine real quick here because I know it's past 6 o'clock. And this is the police. During the month of July, the police department answered 1,469 calls for service. There was 217 motor vehicle stops, 19 arrests, 37 criminal charges, 545 summonses were issued during the month. They also were working with the day camp director, making sure that everything was safe and secure for the children during the day camp, and also the escort to get their Slurpees at 7-Eleven. Correct? You did that? Yeah. They are now attending a lot of courses, and one of the courses they're doing is training and renewing their entire department in CPR and defibrillation use. On the administrative side, they addressed concerns at Clark Field during camp hours and provided guidance and consultation, and again, resulted in a safe environment for all there. National Night Out, thank you, Chief, thank you, Mr. LaVoy, thank you, everybody that came and participated. It was quite attended well, I believe so. It was a nice night, I remember that, and it was hot that day, so again, thank you for doing that. The seniors will start back to their meetings again, I believe Thursday, September 11th at 1 p.m. I also have from the Office of Emergency Management, and this came from Mr. Donatello, on behalf of OEM, the following National Preparation Month, September's information, and it's basically, I'm going to cut it down a little bit here, Pete, okay? So, as we're approaching September, it's important to recognize National Preparation this month. It is more than just a symbolic occasion. It is a crucial reminder that emergency preparation is a year-round responsibility. Now, we've had, 3 earthquakes now? We've had 3 earthquakes, pretty close together. So, not only hurricanes, but earthquakes are happening. I know Tommy's might be used to from California, but right here we're not. It's a surprise when it happens to us, even though they're a little smaller. So, with the increased frequency of extreme weather and natural disasters, being proactive is most important than ever. I do have, again, he noted there was 3 earthquakes in over a year. And climate change is also making stronger storms, rainfall, heavier floods, and more widespread. To help the residents be prepared and continue each week through September, Rochelle Park OEM will be publishing practical preparedness tips. Can't say that 3 times fast, but in the Our Town paper. So, if you get a chance to look at that, I did ask Mr. Donatello, I don't know if you were able to, I asked him to get some of the packets for this preparation and bring it to tonight's meeting. I believe that you put them on the table, and some will go at Town Hall in the front office there. Of course, you can always request them if you need them, and we can go forward from that. Now, I know tonight is the concert. It's been a couple of years since we had the concert, and I want to thank Mr. Kowalczyk, everybody else that has worked on it, and getting it to this point. I know it's a collaboration that we work together, and I'm looking forward to being there. And anybody else have anything else?
Yes, one thing I did forget, excuse me. On, two things, actually. Rochelle Park Soccer is having their opening day on Carlock Field, September 6th, 10 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's invited to that, including mayor and council.
Sorry, what time? 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. at
Carlock.
Carlock? Okay.
Yep, it's September 6th. And they have actually a very large turnout this year for the program. I was helping them line a field the other day on Midland, another one. The other thing I wanted to mention that was mentioned and brought up, and it seems to be a growing concern for communication and using collaborative effort with the school for communication, possibly, again, going back to a website that we need to revisit and maybe even an app. Came up last night, the technology department was talking about it last night and after the meeting, and there was a lot of good ideas that came up from last night's meeting. It was a very productive meeting, I thought. And I think it's something that we need to revisit, and I know that we're working on it, but I think we need to get that on our priority list to get it done, our website. Thank you.
Especially since the school year is just starting up. I believe it starts next week. Am I correct? I think it's the 4th it starts on now? Is that, yeah? It's the 4th, yeah? Okay, so, yeah, we need the communication there. So we can maybe kind of start working on that. All right, so any new business, please? No? Any new business? No? Okay. May I have a motion to open to public?
Make a motion.
motion.
I'll second.
Okay.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor George Carvello?
Yes. All right, we're open to public. Council?
Okay, each member of the public, please state your name and the town in which you reside. You are limited to 3 minutes. When there's about 30 seconds left, I will let you know, and at the mayor's discretion, she may allow you to go beyond the 3 minutes.
Thank you. Either.
Hello. Christina Holtz, 82 Forest Place. I am the Vice President of the Rochelle Park Board of Education, and I'm here this evening on behalf of the Rochelle Park Board of Education to extend our sincerest appreciation and deepest gratitude to the Mayor and members of the Township Committee, Administrator Pinto, and most importantly, Superintendent Dave Brown and the Rochelle Park DPW. Dave was driving down Rochelle Avenue and noticed our custodians hand-painting the lines in our parking lot as they do each year prior to the new school year beginning. Dave quickly reached out to the administrations of both governing bodies for approvals and offered the use of the township's line striping equipment and DPW manpower to facilitate this project. This support not only enhanced the safety and appearance of our school grounds, but also reflects the strong partnership and community spirit that makes Rochelle Park a special place to live and learn. The Board of Education is grateful for your collaboration, and we look forward to future partnerships as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's great to hear that, and, you know, kudos to Dave for doing that, and maybe we can even look for it. I don't know how many years they do it, how many other years or every year they do it, but it might be something that we can talk about, because we'd like to work at shared services. Thank you, Ms. Holtz, for coming in and giving that. Anyone else, please?
Yes, it's me.
Linda Boniface. Do you need my address or just the town?
Just the town.
Rochelle Park. First things first. I was away on vacation. I came home August 12th, and I noticed a shopping cart on Rochelle Ave, right where the brook goes underneath. I watched it. It then moved over to Becker. How many employees of this town drive around and don't see this stuff? It wasn't in front of somebody's house. It was in front of that area that Steppen owns, but we maintain. Till yesterday, I went and picked it up myself and brought it back to ShopRite. I got so sick of looking at it. Also on Rochelle Ave, 2 cans of somebody's brush was laying across the sidewalk for about a week on Rochelle Ave. How many employees drive around this town and nobody spotted it? On the main drag. Second, thank you to Oprah Machine, I was able to get the amount of money cannabis brought in for the first quarter. In 2023, cannabis, first quarter, brought in $233,000 and change, which was then pissed away. So second quarter, the first quarter of 2024, $190,000 was bought in, pissed away. Okay. Now, 2025, that's this year, which I had warned cannabis will drop and drop and drop as more open. Yet, the budget in this town under the Republicans was raised $1.9 million in 2 years. So now cannabis this year, first quarter, was brought in $123,000. Big drop from the first year. That's $100,000. Since this all went into budget, exploding a budget like unheard of, I got a suggestion for you to take the cannabis money this year and buy recycled cans with lids that are attached so the stuff isn't blowing down the street because it just happens to blow every time we have commingle. So think about that. Second thing.
I'm sorry, you said with attached lids on it? The ones that
Attached lids, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just happens, everybody loses their lid. If they're attached, they stay with it.
30 seconds.
It may cost like, what am I up to?
No, you can go. Go ahead.
Thank you. Recreation. Under you, recreation sucks. There's no other way to put it. You had a movie night, you couldn't even buy ice cream for the kids of this town again? You sold it? What are you doing, saving the money so you can bring your food truck friends in? How much money is your budget? Yeah, I forgot my box of tissues for you.
Okay. What else up there, Linda?
Another thing, the American Legion, they have a club license. They're not allowed to put a sign out on the street and inviting everybody in. They have a club license. If the commander wants to come to a Democratic meeting in Kauai that he needs to rent the pavilion, then he could afford to pay the full tax bill on his whole property. It is not allowed. Look up what a club license is. And I'd also like to know, so far, how much taxpayer funds was wasted fighting TOFRA over a child care center? Does anybody know? Anybody ever hear the word negotiate? This went to court. I can only imagine how much money they spent and how much money we spent. Another thing, the billboards. They haven't made a dime in this town from the start. Yet you drive by Route 80 and they're advertising the oldies concert here on Route 80 going eastbound. Really? Why don't you try negotiating to sell those 8 seconds back to the company that owns the billboards? Because that's the only amount of money we've ever made off of them. Although we were promised years ago $300,000 a year. Well, that didn't work out. So, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have a District 38 senator being the lawyer. And that's all I got. So don't worry, I'll be back with more.
Thank you. Okay. I know we have a billboard ordinance on here that we're looking at, and it says establish policies and procedures for rental of the billboard display. And in that is, Mr. Miller was the one who helped get the drawn up and through our administrator. And basically with that part of it is just actually giving a fee if they should rent one of the 3 8-second loops. That's what we're looking at here. If anybody should rent it. You know, maybe we could talk about that suggestion of selling it back if we don't need it, or 1 or 2.
If I may, Mayor, I have had numerous conversations with Clear Channels now, the owner, actually that microphone probably needs to be shut off. Clear Channel has since purchased.
Hang on a second. Hang on, please. Okay, thank you.
All right, should be better. So Clear Channel, the current owner of those billboards, has expressed zero interest. They say they have a hard enough time selling their own flips, but the town's free to do with, ours what they want. That's why we have the ordinance on for introduction tonight. And we'll be in the advertising business, I will try to seek some, businesses, and see, what we could, what we could do to bring in revenue.
Well, I mean, I understand what Ms. Boniface is saying. They've had it for a few years now, and nothing, I believe you did try to reach out. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, several times, and like I said, the response has constantly been, we're not interested in selling your ads for you, we have a hard enough time selling ours.
But nobody's knocking down our door to use it for their ads.
Correct, and nobody's knocking down Clear Channel's doors apparently.
For what?
Nobody's knocking down Clear Channel's doors apparently either.
They're knocking on Clear Channel. They're not knocking on
No,
Clear Channel?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, yes, ma'am. Right. That's what I just asked, and Administrator?
I'll ask that question,
That's a great question, we'll ask that. Even if we sell back two of them and keep one, I don't know what you want to do, but that would be discussion among the committee itself, right? So we have to decide on something like that.
For emergency purposes, probably 17 makes sense, I don't think we need Route 80 specifically, our residents.
Again,
But
that's up to the council,
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about that and decide going forward, but you're telling me that Clear Channel can't seem to get people either for these billboards.
Well, that's what they expressed to me.
That's what they said, okay. So, thank you for the suggestion, Ms. Boniface. Anyone else, please?
Okay, this is Lexington Avenue. So in reference to that, the whole point.
Can you just go over that? Thank you, yeah. Oh, just gotta turn it back on. Yeah, I think it has to go back a little bit, yeah.
Then we can turn it around.
Gina, just bring it back, yeah, a little bit, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it should.
I think it's too. It's supposed to be.
So anyways, what Dina's saying is correct. I mean, we've made numerous attempts. We've made numerous attempts to try to sell that 8 seconds. I would agree that Route 80 really is not all as important as the 17. I would not get rid of the 17 one, because it would be utilized in case we do have emergencies. And it is a good way of us also posting various things that we get credits for through the FEMA and those type of things, the insurances. So I would not do that, okay? The other thing is, while I'm here, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I do this every year, sorry.
I know, I did it too.
Well, and it's not just because of 9/11, but in November, the Marine Corps.
It's okay. I know.
We'll be celebrating the 25th anniversary.
Okay.
And I would like to dedicate
Sure.
the flag
Sure.
for that month. I was just giving it just for the week,
Okay.
November 10th. Okay, so if I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, you can reach out to, Gina or Michaela. I know the Marine Corps is close to your heart. I did see that wonderful display on the billboard.
And I do think I can't believe it. I'm probably 249.
I'm sorry?
I said I've probably been around 149 or 249 those years.
Oh,
Starting to feel like,
But that's
but
actually, yeah, you know.
But I mean, it really means that, you can't believe how much it means to me and all those who sacrifice.
Yes. My son-in-law is a Marine. He's special ops, and he was over in Gaza. Just came back for a short time, and they're sending him back.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. To a point, I didn't serve. You did. And I thank you for all your service. And all
You
the...
never thanked me.
Well,
It was my honor.
Thank you so much. And please just get in touch with Dina or Michaela, and we'll make sure that's on the October agenda, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Baron.
Okay, thank you, I'm sorry.
No worries, no, don't be sorry for crying, no. I see Mrs. Howard. No, take your time. Can we bring that over to her, the microphone?
We can.
Mrs. Howard, we can bring that over to you if you want. We can bring the microphone to you if you want. Do you want to sit there and then bring the microphone? Yeah, you want to come over?
I don't need to that. I
Okay.
only have two questions.
Sure.
One regarding day camp
Uh-huh.
and one regarding resolution 25-214 about an internship at the police department. Okay, my first question, Jennifer, to you, I guess it is, was day camp self-sufficient?
Waiting on the final payroll numbers, but it should be, this year it should have been.
It was self-sufficient? And how many campers were finalized?
28,
How many?
28 campers,
28.
correct.
Yeah.
And the salaries were what?
It varies, your camp director was $10,000, and then the seasonal rate for all the other assistant counselors.
I heard nothing but comments about kids, the campers throwing rocks, and the counselors doing nothing. I've heard that somebody went in and the campers were being fingerprinted or something, and the counselors were doing nothing. You know, with the police giving a demonstration or something.
Oh, the detective.
Like an arts and craft,
No,
Is that what you're talking about, or being
Bergen County
demonstrated?
Sheriff's officers from BCI, the Bureau of
Okay, the Bergen County
Identification.
Sheriff came in. I think the K-9 came in also,
That's
right?
right, and
Yeah.
bomb squad.
Yeah, and the bomb squad came in. Yeah.
Because I still say, you closed that camp for 28 campers, and you may have had 400 kids that wanted to use that field. It's not fair to the taxpayers. You should set a limit of no less than 50 members or don't have day camp. The school offers something programs, and that's surviving very well. Maybe more people can join that and just eliminate day camp. Okay? Second one, on resolution 25-14, last month was passed, and it was about an internship. Is this the first intern you've ever had?
It is, as far as, since I'm chief.
Because I thought you had had one before.
We've had internships, you're correct, they were specifically just for dispatch, and then they became either the per diem dispatchers, who eventually actually became a full-time dispatcher. This is strictly, he's going to be working in records management and with the Detective Bureau on, discovery matters and body-worn camera redactions.
Well, there's a clause in here, I don't agree with it, that was your intention. And it says, whereas this employment shall be temporary in nature and requires no paid salary
Correct.
until the completion of the unpaid internship. Is this the way you're getting another person in there?
No, he has no interest, he's a college student, and it's strictly an unpaid internship.
So he's unpaid, when his internship is over, he will go on back to college and you won't ask for another part-time permanent.
I have no desire at this time to hire him as a employee. I just don't.
It's getting a little heavy, isn't it?
It's handling what we
What's
can.
mile town with 5,800 people in it?
I could have the mayor repeat the numbers, Mrs. Howland. 19 criminal arrests, 37 criminal charges. Those numbers are not what they were when I started in 1990. I can tell you that.
To the council, you're the ones in control. Watch your expenses. Watch your increases. Definitely watch your bonding. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Warren?
I just have two easy ones. At the last land use meeting, it was brought to the board's attention, the land use board, that many of the violation fees for property maintenance issues have not been updated since, I think it was 1986. Mr. Chwinsky and Mr. Judge, correct me if I'm wrong, where a first offense is $75 back in 1986. And that's about $225 in today's money. So I hope that in the next couple of months, by January, the Township Committee can discuss these fees to bring them up to a stature where if I got one, I probably wouldn't want to get a second one. Because if I got a $75 bill today, $75, 1986, probably a lot more money, right? And then also, I think the litter ordinance too was a little out of date. I think it was $10 was the violation for littering. So, those are some of the things that were brought up at the land use meeting. So if you guys can talk about it in the next couple of months, that'd be great. Maybe get some new list of fees or for violations. In particular, there are residents who are emailing the land use board about repeat offenders where they pay the fine, but they continue to do the violation. And there doesn't seem to be a graduated level of repercussion. So if you can look at that as well, that'd be very helpful. So this way, that's something you guys can look at. And I appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy the concert. Mr. Twinsky, you have a question?
I have, hold on one second.
Yes.
Your points are well taken with Mr. Warren. We need to look into increasing these.
If I may, Mayor,
Yes.
I could probably go through some emails I made Chief in August of 21. I probably sent an email early 22, 23 to the committee, and town attorney expressing the same thing. Judge Arante was actually our municipal court judge at the time, sent it to him saying, hey, can you review some of these with some suggestions? It went nowhere, but I'll be more than happy to pull it out because I'm in full agreement. A slap on the wrist is
Yeah,
not
I know.
working.
If I got a bill for $225, $250, I'd be like, I'm not doing that again, so maybe it might help. I don't know. It's a deterrent. Yes.
Michael, I just spoke to counsel about it, and he said, no problem, we can
Yeah,
look
we'll
at
get it
this, and we're going to get this on, hopefully, can we look at it for September, please?
Yeah.
Because these violations, I spoke to a resident this morning, and on Parkway, it seems to be a continuous of littering. I'm not saying.
I think there's a construction going on.
Well, not just
Yeah.
construction, it's constant, if you go Parkway, you go down that street, it's busy, 7, 3, and I think 6 or something like that, but it's very busy. While I actually went there and looked, and what's happening is a lot of people are coming out and throwing wrapper. You know what, if they start getting a fine, I've been in other towns where it says, first offense, $1,000. First
Yeah,
offense.
right, yeah.
So,
It makes you think twice.
$10 is not really, whatever. So I think we're going to try to work on that maybe and keep up, and I appreciate you bringing.
Yeah, you guys discussed that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So one more question. I know at the last meeting in July, I asked, Ms. Apice and Ms. Artola about drafting some type of a document to the president about the brick grant. I know Dean suggested a resolution. Any progress on drafting any kind of document to express to the president that that brick grant is sorely needed here, and that would help your constituents? Just wanted to get an update. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you. So anyone else? All right, great. Not seeing or hearing anyone? No? Okay. May I have a motion to close to public?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Apice? Yes. Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chouinski?
Yes.
Mayor George.
Yes, thank you. So we have ordinances here that, for introduction, these are just introduction, and that's 1244-25, and so on. Gina, would you please read these?
Introduction of ordinance 1244-25, amendment of chapter 185 entitled Land Use and Development Regulations. Next one, we have ordinance 1245-25, amendment of chapter 102 entitled Fire Prevention. Lastly, ordinance 1246-25, establishment of policies and procedures for the rental of billboard display.
Okay. This is their introduction. May I have a motion to introduce these ordinances?
Motion?
May I have a second? May I have a roll call, please?
Committeewoman Apice? Yes. Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chouinski?
Yes.
Mayor George Carvello?
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you.
And Mayor, I'm just going to
Go
read a
ahead.
quick. Notice is hereby given that these ordinances 1244-25, 1245-25, and 1246-25 were introduced and passed on first reading at a meeting of the Township Committee of Rochelle Park, held today, August 27, and order published in accordance with the law. Said ordinances will be considered for final reading and adoption at a meeting held on September 10th at 7 p.m. in the Township of Rochelle Park Municipal Building, at which time all persons interested will be given an opportunity to be heard concerning such ordinances.
So may I have a motion to open these ordinances to the public? This is ordinance 1241-25, 1242-25, and 1243-25. And motion to the public?
Motion?
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apice?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. All right, anybody from the public? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public?
Motion.
I'll
May I have a
second.
Okay.
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. So these ordinances are motions for adoption, and the first one, please, just read the title of it, please.
Okay, adoption of ordinance 1241-25. This is a bond ordinance providing for various 2025 capital improvements and acquisitions.
Okay.
And the appropriation amount is $665,500.
Thank you. I believe, Minister, this started out a little, well, quite a bit higher, and we brought it down to 665, am I correct?
That's correct, Mayor.
Okay. So, may I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1241-25? Motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici?
I need to recuse myself from this one.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes. You need to recuse for a conflict, right? Correct, thank you.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. So, would you please read ordinance 1242-25?
Yes, Mayor. Adoption of ordinance 1242-25, which is the amendment of Chapter 36 entitled Recreation Committee, Use of Recreation Facilities.
May I have a motion to adopt this ordinance?
Motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici?
I'll be recusing myself for conflict.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And the ordinance 1243-25, Sheena?
This is ordinance 1243-25, repealing and deletion of Chapter 135 entitled Noise, and amendment and supplement of Chapter 143 entitled Peace and Good Order.
I have a motion to adopt this ordinance 1243-25.
Motion.
I have a second.
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. All right, so consent agenda, all items listed below are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Township Committee and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless committee member or citizen so requests, in which case the items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of general orders. So we have Resolution 2025-2021 to 2025, 31, 32, 33, 45, 36, 37, 2025-237. So we have going through this. I have a motion to, I know there's a conflict.
Yes.
Yes,
I have
please.
to recuse myself from 2022 and some of the bills on 2021
2022,
for recreation.
great, and also,
2021, any of the bills, I'm going to recuse myself from the bills that pertain to recreation for 2021.
are you going to recuse yourself from the resolution for full festival?
Yes, correct, and 234.
Okay, so we got 2022.
Yes.
2021. 2021 and
234.
234, right?
Yep.
And everything else,
Good.
everything else is here. And then you're going to recuse yourself from anything that's on the bills list that has to deal with recreation for conflict.
Correct.
I just want to make sure we got everything
Yes.
correct. Okay. All right, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda with some recusals that have been so stated?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Apici?
Yes.
With her
With
recusals.
my recusal.
Right.
For the record, again, Committeewoman Apici has recused herself from resolutions 221, 222, and 234.
Committee pertains to recreation bills.
Yes. Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. Okay, now we have on consent agenda, we have resolution, and these are for the flags. So the resolution number 25-238, authorizing the flying of Hispanic heritage flag. May I have a motion to approve this?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Peachy?
Yes.
Committeewoman Murtolo?
I no to all flags. I think we should look at,
All
not
three?
just one.
All three? Or all?
Yeah, all three. I mean, don't want just my heritage. I want other people's heritages too. And,
Okay.
although my heart is close to some of these flags, I am consistent to vote no on all flags.
Gotcha.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeewoman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
So then we have resolution number 25-239, authorizing to fly the thin red line firefighters flag. May I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Peachy?
Yes.
Committeewoman Murtolo?
No to all flags.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion passed. Okay, resolution number 25-240, authorization to fly the 9/11 Remembrance flag. May I have a motion to approve this?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Peachy?
Yes.
Committeewoman Murtolo?
No to all flags.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, may I have a motion to adjourn? We will have our next meeting, before we do that, we have our next meeting be held Wednesday, September 10th, 2025 at 7 p.m. We may have a closed session at 6. Most likely we will. So may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So, listen, we'll have a great time. We'll see you at the concert. Are you going to the concert? Okay.